3 days after reports of Alexei Navalny's death in a Russian Arctic penal colony where he was serving a 30-year prison sentence, his family still has not been allowed to view his body. A London newspaper quoted his sources describing Navalny's body as bruised.
The body was taken by investigative committee, and they are conducting some sort of investigations with him.
Russian authorities say Navalny died from sudden death syndrome, but most believe he was murdered. In a video, Navalny's widow said, "We know exactly why Putin killed Alexei, and we will tell you soon." Navalny was the leading voice for democracy in Russia, despite being poisoned in 2020 and nearly dying. He returned to Russia against the advice of many and was arrested, and then jailed in its harsh penal system.
The death of Alexei Navalny yesterday was a reminder of the extraordinary brutality of Putin and his government.
Navalny seemed in perfect health just days before his death, seen on a monitor laughing and cracking jokes about his trial. The news provoked outrage around the world. An independent Russian human rights group says hundreds of people have been arrested for protesting Navalny's death. Republican Senator Lindsey Graham told CBS Face the Nation the U.S. needs to hit Putin hard by designating Russia a state sponsor of terrorism.
A state sponsor of terrorism designation is a game changer. It would allow more sanctions. It would allow the Navalny family to go to U.S. court and sue Putin's Russia for killing of their loved one.
Republican Congressman Mike Turner said he prayed with Navalny's widow in Germany and that the U.S. should respond with more military support for Ukraine. The Senate has passed a foreign aid bill, but the House has rolled out its own version.
As a result of Navalny's death, that we should even be that more strong in funding Ukraine and passing this in the House and the Senate.
Most of Russia's opposition is either dead, in exile, or in prison. With Navalny's death, many are wondering if this is the end of political dissent in Russia. Alexei Navalny was once asked what he'd tell Russians if he were killed for challenging President Vladimir Putin. He answered, "You're not allowed to give up. If they decide to kill me, it means we are incredibly strong." Dale Hurd, CBN News.